Yo, what up? Trader Gliz back at it finally. Haven't posted a video in a while. Been busy with school, but now I'm on spring break, so let's might spend this week trading a little bit. As I said in the last video, I haven't been like swing trading as much. Mostly just like investing, leaving my investments, adding to positions during the dip. But I'll give you my this video. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the market this week and some stocks that I will possibly be trading for my spring break. So first, take a look at the NQ. Obviously, we just dropped off. We've dumped off. We're down 10% since since our most recent high, where we rejected off this 2200 450 level, and this is the NQ that I'm looking at right now. What I think is going to happen here. Um, Honestly, it looks pretty decent right now. We're setting up in this little falling channel, this little falling wedge kind of. No, it's falling channel. We're trading within it right now. I'm looking to. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting honestly for a break above this 50-day moving average on the 2-hour chart. As you can see, we reject off it, reject off it, reject, 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 and we're approaching it, and it's also at this level of resistance. So it is a big level of resistance, but on a higher time frame, we have some support. This level over here has been used as resistance and support and support, and it looks like we bounced off it. We had a pretty good candle on Friday, and also what I like to see is that, hold on, let me move this. Let me hide it. All right. Oops. What I like to see is on the RSI, as you can see, we are oversold. Officially hit that. We're below the 30, or actually, we're back not oversold. We were oversold on Friday, and now we are back above the $30 RSI level. And last time we were oversold over here, we spiked up immediately 11%. And long term, a lot more than that, 25%, 26. Same thing goes for here. Last time we were oversold, made a crazy 22% run next following 3 months, and that was after an 8% dip. So pretty similarly to this little dip we had here. But the differences here is over here we're above the 200-day moving average, and here recently we've actually closed below the 200-day moving average on the 1-year chart. So that scares me a little bit, which is also why I haven't entered yet. But to be honest, I do think I think this very easily could be the bottom. I'm not 100% yet. I would wait for a break of this trend line to confirm that the downtrend is finally over, and we might see some consolidation from there. But yeah, now let's take a look at the SPY, the S&P 500. So this chart, we are actually still trading above the 200-day moving average. We closed above on Friday, and similarly, um, we are at a level of support. We use this as resistance over here. Support, support. And now looks like we're using it again. We swept liquidity or whatever TJR says. I don't know. I don't trade the same as TJR. I don't really like his I don't like ICT or whatever he trades. But I guess maybe it works here. Swept liquidity, and according to his method, you're supposed to go up from there. But also on a two-hour chart, we have closed above this trend line, and it looks like we're breaking out of this falling wedge pattern. So in the next few days, if this pattern is to play out, we could see the 4% move on the SPY, which would signal the end of the downtrend. And so yeah, so that covers that covers the SPY and the NASDAQ. Now let me scan through all my stocks, and then I'll let you guys know what I like. And yeah. All right, now let's get into some of the stocks that I just scanned after like an hour, and after I just recorded halfway through this before realizing that it wasn't like showing my screen, it was only showing my face. And yeah, so it wasn't, you guys couldn't see anything, but forget that. All right, first stock that I like, if first I'll cover some stocks that I would trade if the market's looking good, if things are turning around and we start to show a little bit of strength, like if we break out of this pattern, for example, if we break out of this little wedge, these, I'm about to give you some of the stocks that I would trade based on that. So first stock is Pi, and Pi, I would probably enter shares and realistically sell most of my position around this 120 level. We are breaking out of this pattern right here, and we are, I guess it's a little bit of a support level or a little bit of a resistance level. It's we're at $100. Like any whole number like that can act as a resistance or support, especially 100, like 100, 200, like anything like that can act as resistance or support. And there was an old support, I guess, over here. But a break of 100 like will solidify that this stock is breaking out, and my target is 120 on this, and I do think that will happen likely by the end of the week if the market shows that things are turning around. Next stock, Sirius XM. I made a corny joke. I sang the little thing on the last one. I'm not doing that again. But what we have on SiriusXM, if we look at a 3-week chart or 3-year chart, sorry, we we have falling wedge right here, and we broke out, but we didn't exactly make the move up that was expected, which happens sometimes. And instead, we're forming another falling wedge on top of this one, which has happened, which I've seen work in the past. Like it's a good, still a good trading strategy. We can see here. Here's the little falling wedge that was on top of it, and it broke out over here, made a 7% move up, and I do think there's more room to move up, which is why my first price target um, would be the this 27.50 level. I think we could see that by the end of the week, and I would trade options on that. I think there's money to be made here, short term and definitely long term. Long term price target, like within the next year or two, is 40. I'll just say $40. Make it even, $40. That's my price target for that for a little longer term. Next stock, iRobot. Um, it's at a big support level, big support level. If we take a look at the 3-year chart, or I guess it goes way back, I think. All right, no, never mind. All right, but big support level, 1, 2, 3, and now we're testing this again, looking like we're gonna move back up. And these two, the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average, haven't crossed in a long time. And when they do cross, it's a bullish indicator, and I do think that will happen this week. Once I I think we could see $8 by the end of by like Wednesday maybe. I think this will make a good run up, uh, and I think it can continue. $10 is my price target right now, but within like the next month and a half or two, my price target would be around $13. It's 1280 level. So yeah, I'm definitely guaranteed buying iRobot shares no matter the market. Um, or actually, I'm guaranteed buy. I'm gonna buy shares a little bit. I'm gonna enter in small, but I'm gonna, depending on how the market is, I'll add to that position. Next stock for a good market is Lyft. We're at a key support level. We used it as resistance back here, and then we broke through, retested, made a big run up. So that's two signs of support. Third time, and then right now we're sitting at this level again, fourth time. And on the 2-hour chart, we are forming this little triangle pattern, a little wedge, and I do think we could break out. And my price target is $14 here by the end of the week, maybe 2 weeks. So that is definitely a good trade. Or I'd say by 2 weeks pretty much before the next um, options expiration date, or March 21st. So this is probably the expiration date I would pick if I was going for options, or that's what I would do. I would trade this on options. Lyft has really cheap options, so good money to be made there. And then CVS, I'll cover this before I get to Kava, but CVS, this I'm gonna trade no matter what this week. If the market's good, if it's bad, I'm trading this because we're at an insanely important level. This might be my favorite chart in the entire market right now. We use it as a resistance over here, or it's like this is a resistance here, support, breaks through, whatever. Resistance goes back down, resistance again, comes back down, and now we're at this level again. If the market's poor, if the market keeps dumping off like it's been doing for the past, I don't know how long, 2 weeks maybe longer, then I'm gonna trade puts. I'm gonna buy some puts on this and target this $60 level, and then from there, this 58, and then 55. But if we break through, if the market starts showing some, if it starts showing a reversal, I think this will run all the way up to 80. But my first price target, 75, 77, 80. So that is CVS. I'm 100% trading this company this week. But yeah, next stock is, or I'll go to Nike first. Nike, it's kind of similar to SiriusXM, on a higher time frame actually though. We have this wedge. We are breaking out of it. So long term, I have shares of Nike right now. Long term, I do believe in the company, and I do think it'll do well long term. But also right now, I do like the shorter term chart. I think that this could make what I'm looking for is a break above 200-day moving average again. Last time we rejected, we had a little false breakout. I think this time once we break above it, um, we'll run up to 85. So that's what I'm looking at on AMD. And next stock, Robinhood. We have a clean break and retest on this. Um, as you can see right here, resistance, broke through, pulled back, support, and support. So each time that we've gotten to these levels, this area over here, like we've been heavily bought back up. You can see these wicks right here, heavily bought up, kind of forming a little trend line right there almost, or not almost, definitely there is one. Um, and we got a little wedge forming here. So with the break of this, there's 23% upside in my opinion on Robinhood. So I would target the $55 level. But right now, you guys probably think I'm crazy. I'm saying, oh yeah, 50% here, 20% here, like whatever, like handing out tens of percents to different stocks. But right now, the market's dropped off so much. It's like the perfect spot. You almost can't go wrong, just buying right now and holding shares. But yeah. Also, I forgot to add one more. But there's that. Also, Marriott. I like Marriott right now. We have same type of pattern, a little break and retest. Also at the 200-day moving average. Um, had it beat earnings, but I don't know. I didn't listen to the earnings before. I don't know what happened. But there's some upside here. This isn't my favorite pattern. This is my favorite chart, rather. But there definitely is money to be made there as well. Like I said, there's money being made everywhere. But I wouldn't prioritize Marriott. But Build-A-Bear Workshop, next up. I really like this one. Um, I'm looking for a break above this trend line, where my first price target would be 45 and then 50. But pretty self-explanatory, a little falling wedge again, and this could honestly like go further down. So I'm not entering yet. I wouldn't like enter right away on Monday, but I'd wait, watch it, and then enter. Next stock, Boeing. Back to Boeing season, baby. Last time we called out Boeing. Um, it was over here. We made this insane run and made a bunch of money in options contracts, a bunch of money. So yeah, shout out Dale. I know you love Boeing, but here's why I'm liking Boeing right now. So, and this is the same reason we traded it last time. Not exactly, but it's similar. So we have this big trend line on the long term chart, on the monthly chart, 10 years. We have this trend line which we used as a support once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and now we're back at this support level. As you can see, it has been bought up. Uh, this candle is forming a big wick, so that's an indicator of a reversal, and we're oversold on the RSI. So I am watching Boeing. Might enter. I like Boeing long term, so there's money to be made. I think there's a 25% upside over the next few months. But yeah, so that's all the stocks that I just covered on. Those are stocks that I am likely to trade if the market's looking good, because I'm still uncertain if it's never smart to catch a falling knife, they say. Um, but so that's why I'm watching right now. I'm waiting for the market to reverse first, and then I'll probably enter into a bunch of these things I just called out. But if the market shows no indicator of support, these are some of the stocks that I would buy puts on. And the first stock is Kava. Kava, I think, honestly, no matter what the market does, I think Kava will continue to move lower. And my price target on Kava is $70, $70. Um, we just dropped off. We have no form of support over here at all. But then we do have a strong support. Take a look at 3 year chart. I'll move this for now. As you can see, we had a little break and retest, which played out insanely well. If you bought here, like good for you. You made a boatload of money. And now I think we are going to pull back after this crazy bull run on Kava. I think we will pull back to this $70 level. And that's where I would flip from my puts to calls and shares. Kava, um, great company long term. You know, great management. Like lots of things about Kava. Their olive oil is really good. Uh, it's really good. But that's Kava. Take Keep an eye out on this to see 70 within the next week, my opinion. Um, Next stock I would be trading is Reddit if the market doesn't get any stronger, and that's because there's nothing looking good on this chart. It's falling knife, like I said. Next level of support is this $100 or I guess $103 level. I do think that this will continue to fall, and there's even a gap lower. So I wouldn't even sell necessarily right here. I would wait for it to, or no, I'm not saying I wouldn't. I probably will, but I would keep watching it to see if a break below, just so we could fill this gap we have here. Um, so yep, that is Reddit, and then I just wanted some other charts that I liked. Or what was it? Oh, AMD. AMD, I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting for this to either break out, which it never did. It had a little false breakout here. Um, to either break out or get into this little range right here, which it finally has. And this is why I like this range. It's uh, been used as resistance and support a lot throughout its time. And we're back in this range right now, $100 level. Like I said, big support level. It's a whole number, $100. So yeah, that's AMD, and actually that is wait, what was it? Oh, there was another one I liked, another chart I liked. Don't know anything about this company, BH, but it's got a clean. This I don't know what it is with this chart. Oh shoot, but everything just works out clean. All the patterns work out. There are no options on this chart. On this company, unfortunately, there's no options chain, but the patterns are always super clean on this chart. So yeah, you see we have this break and retest, went back up, and now we're back at this level again. So I do think within like the next 2 weeks, we'll see a 10% move on in shares, possibly a breakout back up to this 270 level. So that's it for the video. Kind of a longer video today because I haven't posted a video in a long time. But those are the stocks I'm watching for this week. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's make some money this week. Trader Goes out.